race throughout from all of the 34 drivers in the field. We only lost 4, including Ksenia Phoenix, the Russian. She didn't finish. Neither did the Welshman, Matthew Rees. That was a Ron going through to take the lead from Griggs early on in the race. Griggs did the hard work, the inside rear of the Lennox Racing Team Esprit car off the deck. Mini also put himself in contention, just getting back to the drivers who didn't finish. Matthew Rees, the Welshman, Ybor, also Caspian Hagman, unfortunately missed the final this afternoon. Mini, Bedrin, the Russian, picked up 2 of them in the one move. Awesome drive by Nikita. Came from so far back, 1 by 1, split the 2 Brits. Ahead of Barnard, behind Griggs, but not for long. Nikita goes through, takes the lead from Luca, and from there he was virtually untroubled, despite the best of attempts, briefly, of Luca to take him back. Nikita said he starts the final from pole position. Griggs, the best of the Brits. Went wheel to wheel, brilliant racing from both Taylor and Luca. The checkered flag for the racing Russian, Nikita Bedrin, Griggs second, and Gabriel Mini from Sicily for the team from just outside Venice. Parolin finishes P3. Barnard, Ron Conrad was 6th, ahead of Alfio Spinner. Santiago Tresini goes through to qualify, as does Enzo Trulli. Great drive from young Enzo. Connor Zilic also makes it through to the final. Andrei Zhivnov, Francesco Pizzi, Jamie Day. We'll see him later on this afternoon, the Emirati driver. In position 14, ahead of Maxim Haralampiev. Georgi Dimitrov, the Bulgarian bullet, scrapes through to the final, as does the Russian Tikhon Kharitonov. This is provisional, of course, at the expense of Enzo Shanti, Timek Uhacik, Papro, Alessandro Balzarotti. Polito is out also. Andrei Dubinin, the Hungarian, Leve Revesh. Fortunately, Colin Queen doesn't go through. Miran Pingasov. Bad luck for the 2 South African drivers in this one. They've had a wretched weekend. It's great to see the 5 South Africans racing here this weekend. Jared Waberski from Midrand, just outside Johannesburg, and Charles Visser from Cape Town. Luke Lang from Dallas, Texas also misses the cut. And Alexander Mikhailyov from Romania rounds out the field. Nikita Bedrin, the racing Russian, to start on the front row of the grid for the final later this afternoon. He wins pre-final A from Griggs, Mini, Taylor Barnard, and Paula Ron rounds out the 5. You're looking at South Garda karting. This is the WSK Open Cup. Pre-final B for the junior category in just a few moments.
Questa qua, secondo me qua, se vuoi, uno scorrimento fino a portarli alla camera di luce ci sta, perché è bella, bella stretta, perché questa te la stringe dentro, un pelino quando sono proprio vicino. Bene, ma guarda, te l'ho detto, la camera qua è l'ideale, questa qua è l'unica che non ho mai visto, qua è perfetto perché non devi fare. La camera, sai dove stava questa? Sai dove stava questa? Lì in fondo.
Welcome back to South Garda Karting as we take a look at the grid for pre-final B for the junior class. And Kirill Small from Yekaterinburg in Russia starts on pole position alongside Thomas Tembrinke from Holland. I think, if I'm not mistaken, we've only got the one Brazilian racing here this morning or this weekend. He's in the 363 Cosmic Kart on the second row of the grid alongside Leonardo Bertini-Cola. So we have to say it, we have to do it early. It's the boy from Brazil, Rafael Camara. O menino do Brasil starts on the second row of the grid. Marcus Aman from Finland and Kai Aski. What a great 2018 the Brit is having for Ricky Flynn Motorsport. There he is, 329 on the third row of the grid. Robert De Haan, speaking of impressive drivers, the Dutchman, there he is in the 346 kart, starting alongside Sebastian Montoya, the Colombian. Didn't have the best run in qualifying, but has moved his way up through each of the heats. Sebastian in the 312 Tony kart, starting on the fourth row of the grid. Looking for a start, there is Kirill Small for Ward Racing, the Russian. For the Swedish team, we've already had one Russian win here this morning. Can Kirill Small make it to 17 laps? And we do go green here this morning. Kirill, a great start. The same cannot be said for Thomas Tembrinke, who's gone from second back to fifth in the first corner. He may even make that sixth. A disaster for the Dutch driver. Marcus Aman right on his tail. There's Eduardo Villa in the TB car down the inside. Goes the driver from Northern Italy. Good start again from Eduardo. Kirill Small leads the way for Ward Racing. Second spot, that is Rafael from Recife in Brazil for the Cosmic team in second spot. Good start by Marcus Aman, the Finn in the Kart Republic chassis. You'll see the Finnish flag on his helmet as he comes looming into view. Is that Montoya, who's made the most almighty start? Coming up into second spot is the Colombian, just brilliant. Well, he's had the speed. We saw his teammate, Kirill Small, Nikita Vedran, I'm sorry. Oh, he comes together with the Brazilian. Continue on, we were saying how well they were going, the Central and South American drivers. Montoya's teammate, Nikita Vedran, just took the win in pre-final A a few moments ago. That was almost the end of the Colombians' weekend right there and then. The same can be said for the Brazilian. They do recover. A huge moment on the second lap. It's cost them both. Let's look at the replay. Oh, Rafael just ran into the back of Sebastian over the ripple strip. They kept it straight. They continue on. Sebastian looks behind him. Rafael does likewise. We'll check the order as they come across the line. Montoya in sixth. All leads the way. It's Russians in the first pre-final, Russians in the second. That's Thomas Tembrinke, who did benefit from all that after his disastrous start. Went from second back to fifth on the first few corners. Kai Aski, the Singaporean Brit, up into third spot. And then Zach O'Sullivan, the Ricky Flynn Motorsport freight train, second, third and fourth. Eduardo running in P5. Then it's Montoya. Then it's Camara. Robert De Haan, Marcus Aman, and the German Josh Dufek rounds out the 10. Sensation here at Lonato. Eduardo Villa in the TV kart in position number 5. Just sets the fastest lap of the race. There is the green machine, 3:42. Eduardo Villa has been super quick. The TM Power TV kart. Competition. Go back to the 1990s where they were so prominent. Sometime out of the sun, out of the spotlight, whatever the phrase is, whatever you'd like to say, but they're quick. Eduardo Villa runs in P5 behind the trio from Ricky Flynn Motorsport, Thomas, Kai and Zach. Sebastian, position 6, does recover. We'll see if there is damage. We'll check the order because we have lost a few drivers from this one already, including Soldatov. Bertini Cole is out. Alex Dunn, the Irishman, mechanical defect flag. Oh, that's bad luck. Alex, his race is done. He's been really impressive this weekend. Alex will join the list of retirements that includes Maxim Soldatov, Bertini Cola, Paolo Ferrari's out, Kobe Powell's. The Austrian driver, as the Ricky Flynn Motorsport team drivers trade positions. They're still running second, third and fourth, but now the order is Kai Askey, Thomas ten Brink and Zach O'Sullivan runs in P4. All the while, it allows Eduardo Villa to close in on them. Racing team, he's got a gap of 1.6 seconds after 5.5 laps. Ricky Flynn Motorsport world champions in 2014 and 2015. Enna Ahmed, Lando Norris and Logan Sargent. They're running second, third and fourth. Sebastian Montoya P6, there he goes. And there's Rafael Camara. We'll see if there's damage to those two karts in post-race scrutineering as Zach goes down the inside and takes the Dutchman Thomas for position number 3. Here comes Eduardo Villa. Looks behind him. Sebastian's too far back to mount a challenge on the Italian. That leaves Eduardo Villa. Motorsport team drivers. Superb run for the Italian. Zach O'Sullivan looks back to Thomas Tambrinke. Eduardo Villa, he won't be quite so sporting as the 3 RFM team drivers are. Eduardo Villa, no team orders for him. It does not apply. Sebastian Montoya is recovering from that first or that second lap incident. He's put that behind him and he's getting on with the job. Eduardo Villa so close to the back of the RFM trio who trade positions on the outside. Watch Villa, oh, down the inside. Nicely done, but Montoya. Sebastian, he's in position 5. Zach loses, he's back to P6. Then it's Montoya on the back of Villa. Kirill Small, can he make it 2 Russian victories in the 2 pre-finals here this morning? Rafael Camara still in position 7. The Finn Marcus Aman behind him. The German Josh Dufek and Robert de Haan rounds out the 10. Down the hill, Montoya on Villa, who looked behind him. The Colombian is right there, Eduardo, and he will make a move imminently into the Bridgestone complex of hairpins. Here at Lanato, this is half race distance coming up now. Kirill Small not even on screen. Montoya. Zach O'Sullivan, Rafael Camara. Zach fights back down the inside of the Italian. Oh, a spectacular move. And Zach pulls it off. Gets by the Italian. Has to go defensive, almost contact between the TB kart and the Ricky Flynn Motorsport Fernando Alonso chassis. Montoya goes clear. The better and win pre-final lane, an identical Vortex-powered Tony Kart chassis. Sebastian Montoya running in position number 4. Eduardo Villa, will he put it down the inside? Exactly what he did 2 laps ago. But again, he goes in too deep on the exit. There's Kirill Small, the race leader. 7.5 laps away. Let's check the order. There is Small, there is Kai and Thomas going through. Montoya in P4. Zach back in P5. Villa, Camara, Aman, Dufek, de Haan, Alessandro Cenedese. Running in position 11, Christian Ho, the Singaporean in P11. 12, I should say. Then it's Sun Yuhan, Josep Maria Marti, Norton Andreasen. Driven superbly. He's looking to qualify in position 15 ahead of the Polish driver Marcel Kuch in the energy kart, and Nicolas Pinot currently in position number 17 all the way from Chile in South America, trying to make the trip all the way over. So this is the battle for 7th, 8th and 9th. Rafael Camara just trailing the green and black machine of Eduardo Villa. Then it's Marcus Aman. You can see the Finnish flag on his helmet. Massive G's being generated on this circuit here in northern Italy. Almost 3 Gs for the junior karts, just over for the OK category. Here is the CRG of Robert De Haan, the Dutchman, head of Cenedese. So Camara, the boy from Brazil, behind Eduardo Villa in the TB karts. National competition as the Finn Aman goes through on the Brazilian Camara. Rafael back to position 8. Kirill Small with a lead of 1.9 seconds over Kai Aski, who's driven superbly all weekend, in fact all of 2018 for the Ricky Flynn Motorsport team. Flashing through. Needing to move up is Nicolas Pinot. No, he's in 17th. Semi Magotini from Marseille in southern France, 18th. And at this point, out. Lorenzo Resico, the Dane, William Wolf, Suleiman Zanfari from the west coast of Morocco, the Northern African in 21st. Head of Leonardo Fornaroli, Tommaso Chiappini, driving for Yuri Serafini this weekend. Ji Yugo from China. From Poland in 26th. Alex, the Irishman, as we mentioned, his race is done. Maxim Soldatov out, as is Bertini Cola, Paolo Ferrari, Kobe Powers, Kalle Bergman, and horse Felix Felbermeyer, the Austrian, who didn't in fact even take the start. Camara under pressure now from Cenedese, the driver from just outside of Venice in northern Italy. Older brother Marco, racing in various GT sports car racing in 2018, including the Lamborghini Super Trofeo, taking place this weekend at the Misano circuit in conjunction with the Blancpain GT Series Young. So you look at the race leader, Kirill Small going through. Montoya in P4. Zach, P5. Then the freight train. There's Cenedese. Just ahead of Christian Ho, the Singaporean. Just ahead of Marcel Kuch. Sun Yuhan goes through, fighting with Norton Andreasen. They're looking comfortable to qualify here this weekend. 3 laps to go. Pre-final B, the WSK Open Cup. We are back at Lonato. There is no snow. It's a beautiful day. It's a spectacular event. A beautiful racetrack, and the racing thus far all weekend, and including in these first 2 pre-finals, has been superb. World class here at Lonato this weekend. Semi, he's in 16th. Semi looking to qualify. Le pilote français pour l'équipe Formula Cup. The Formula K team driver has picked up 2 positions on the last lap. Down the hill they go. There's the 3 RFM karts. 2 laps until the checkered flag here at Lonato.